Aotearoa's native tongue weaved throughout the ceremony. But with a new administration comes a change of direction and a backward step in terms of te reo Māori.
Te reo is fantastic. We want to encourage people to use more te reo across. But what we're saying...
We want to encourage more people to use te reo Māori by removing it as much as we can from public life. But, you know, it's like that whole thing about, you know, like women's rugby, for example, how when they got all that exposure around the Women's Rugby World Cup, what they're saying is it's like Sky TV going, we're not going to show women's rugby at all anymore, but we're really going to support to see if we can get growth in women's rugby.
This is a fucking theme of his this week. So we want people to use te reo more, but we're not going to do anything to encourage it. We definitely want to hit our carbon targets, and we don't want to add to greenhouse gases, but we are going to open up oil and gas exploration again. We don't want smoking to continue, and we want it to go down on the trajectory that it's on, but we're not going to help that either. Luxon wants it both ways every time. Every fucking time. He doesn't want to change anything, but he does want the good outcome. He's a fucking dreamer.
It's almost like he's full of shit. Should we keep going? Let's keep going.
Yes.
Saying very clearly with respect to government departments is we want everybody to navigate their government.
Despite both National and ACT voting for the 2016 Māori Language Bill, which stated the Māori language should be used in the promotion of government services, the coalition is set to order all public service departments to change their names to English and communicate in English.
What was that whole thing about wasting, the last government being wasteful on road signs and changing them? This government comes in, one of the first things they do is asking all the government departments to change their names. Isn't that kind of wasteful spending with all the signs and that kind of stuff having to be changed? Or am I missing something, Joey?
It's been done. Just like everybody's freaking out, like they put a dollar value on it, like they're going to do a rebrand every now and then anyway, and just next time have some more Māori in it. And it's like this with the street sign. Street signs get old and need replacing. So you just make it a thing like, oh, does the name have a macron on it that it's supposed to have? Can we get a bilingual sign in there? It's not like the government is going, well, we've got to spend fucking $25 billion to replace all the signs in the next 6 months.
All right. So apparently we've just heard from Jenna that they're going to be replacing all the signs, etc. Here we go.
English too. How quickly do you want the government departments to start using basically English only or English first?
We'll work that through. We've got our first cabinet meeting tomorrow. We've got a second cabinet meeting on Wednesday. Our focus for this week is actually to prepare our 100-day plan of action.
The incoming government, which campaigned on cutting government waste, has no idea of the cost.
Look, I don't have costings on that right now, but that's a government policy that will be worked through in the country.
You know also how big their cabinet is? Bigger than the last government. But, you know, smaller government, smaller public service.
Coming weeks, I suspect.
It's also unclear how far the remit stretches.
I'll continue to use Kia ora on a daily basis.
Whether it's just agencies like Te Whatu Ora Health New Zealand and the Transport Agency, Waka Kotahi, or Crown entities like our National Museum, Te Papa, for instance.
There you go.
You're going to rename Te Papa?
No, what we've said is, look, just where there is Māori-facing agencies, they should stay in te reo.
So you could change the name of Te Papa?
We'll work that out in government as to what we're going to do.
What's the difference between that and Waka Kotahi? Tell me this. How many boats have you ever seen going down the road? How many boats have you ever seen going on the road anywhere in the world?
The sense of the occasion.
You know, it's very easy if you Google on YouTube, like boats on trailers. I actually see quite a lot of boats going down roads. You know, I used to own a trailer sailor, and we put it on the tow bar and put it. So actually, technically, I've seen lots of boats going down the road. Winston, you fuck knuckle.